Fashion conjures up a glamorous image, but 5 years ago, over 1,700 garment workers lost their lives in what is the deadliest year on record for the industry. So I'm going to be finding out what's being done to improve conditions and practices, and finding out why, when wages are down, for some fashion giants, revenue is up. So would you be willing to spend more on your clothing if you knew that the welfare of garment workers was improved?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think so. I think it's really important for everyone to think about fashion in a different way and think of consuming less but consuming better.
An estimated 60 million women aged between 18 and 35 work in the garment industry on less than the minimum wage. Ursula de Castro co-created Fashion Revolution after Rana Plaza to help improve the industry. Can you tell me what the problem is with the fashion industry?
The fashion supply chain is quite complicated, quite convoluted. There's very little access to understanding or, for instance, tracing the raw materials and really knowing who are the people that work on that supply chain. And as a result, you know, we have an industry where human rights abuses and environmental abuses are thriving. What I'd like to see is, you know, smaller brands leading.
Yeah.
So, you know, an organization of a different supply chain, which is smaller and shorter, as a kind of encouragement. But it will take time to move the giants.
On average, garment workers earn around 0.6% of the sale price of a t-shirt that they make. But there are options beyond the high street. So I've come down to East London to meet a company whose beautiful clothes not only improve your wardrobe, but the lives of people as well.
So we're an ethical and sustainable fashion label, and we manufacture in a number of different women's organisations.
Around 30 to 50% of the sale price of your garments actually goes to the makers themselves. What would you like to see happen for your company over the next 10 years and also for the fashion industry overall?
I think we'd love to see ourselves as like a blueprint for how you can do things more sustainably and ethically. It's only sort of in the past 20 years that we've been buying more and more clothes in bulk, as opposed to back in my mum's day where you'd buy one outfit a year for Whitsunday and go around like showing it off to the neighbours. So I think getting back to the idea of buying something you really love that again is really fantastic quality and is going to last you longer, it works out cheaper in the long run.
One way to ensure your fashion use is sustainable is to buy nothing at all. So I'm off to a clothes swap party. I do love shopping. I have just found this dress and it's the right size. So I think, I mean, what an amazing way to shop, you know? Just give something and take something, and I just think that's amazing. Prince Charles has been called the first fashion influencer to use their platform to support conscious clothing. He said to the Australian Financial Review in April 2018, "I couldn't be more delighted if, at last, there is a growing awareness of the urgent need to get away from the throwaway society. We were granted access to a British Fashion Council reception showcasing new talent in sustainable fashion, attended by Prince Charles, where we caught up with Editor-in-Chief of British Vogue, Edward Enninful, who said,
I think it's really incredible that Prince Charles supports sustainable fashion. Everyone's saying, you know, how they can make the world a better place. The conversation is now, and we just have to educate the next generation of designers that it's not okay.
There are some people that would say, actually, while by Western standards, workers' wages are low and the conditions are low, but actually it's relative to the countries that many of these workers are in. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, is human dignity relative to any country? I don't think so. We need to provide good jobs irrespective of what country we are in.
Okay, so fast fashion is a trend, so let's hope it's one that's dying.